races. The winning numbers were 1, 2 and 9. First number 1 Triscay paid $2.20 and $1.20. Second number 2 Bavaria $3, and third number 9 Seasoning, the dividend $8.20. And we're at three-quarter time in the AFL preliminary final between Essendon and the West Coast. There's a grand final place up for grabs, but at this stage...
Racing today at Moonee Valley saw a classic showdown between two of the country's finest colts. Canny Lad and Bureaucracy clashed in the Bill Stud Stakes, and what a finish.
Bureaucracy Hall trying to go for home, a length in front, but Canny Lad is starting to loom, and around the turn 300 to go. Canny Lad goes up to Bureaucracy. They settle down to fight it out. They're clear of Storaya. Canny Lad on the outside. Bureaucracy comes back a neck in front. Canny Lad lunging again, stride for stride. Bureaucracy, Canny Lad down to the line. They hit it. Canny Lad a nose. Canny Lad a nose, I'd say. Bureaucracy 4 away, third in the race, Storaya.
So the confrontation producing all which was promised, with Canny Lad lunging on the post to snatch the money by a nose from Bureaucracy. To the doubles and quaddies from the Valley today, and the extra double on 8 and 1 paid $24.45. The daily double returned $5.55 on 1 and 10. The quadrilla on 2, 1, 8 and 9 paid $126.35, and the quad extra paid $301 even for picking the combination 1, 8, 10 and 1. At Randwick in Sydney, the feature was the Epsom Handicap over 1,600 metres, and the champion Superimpose was aiming to push his career earnings over the $2 million mark.
Our Poverty Bay is coming out of the pack and Superimposed down the outside. Many chances at the 200. Livingstone Lane, Don't Play, Comrade. Our Poverty Bay is joining in, and his poor Landic and Superimposed right down the extreme outside. Is he going to win another big Randwick mile? Superimpose, a super horse. What a horse. Superimpose beat Our Poverty Bay in the Epsom. Ricochet Rosie third.
Yes, a courageous run by this versatile 6-year-old. Superimpose will now return to Melbourne, set for the Caulfield Stakes and the Cox Plate. To basketball now, and the Melbourne Tigers...
Superimpose sealed a Japan Cup invitation with a super win in the Epsom Handicap at Randwick today. In doing so, he became the first horse since Blue Legend in 1946 to win the Doncaster Epsom Double. Earlier, St Jude was rewarded for consistency in the Spring Champion Stakes.
And here's the big one down the outside, is What a Hit putting in a big run. But these two leaders are kicking back. St Jude's getting through along the inside of Fire Oak, and St Jude is pulling away from Fire Oak. Here's a good performance. St Jude has beaten Fire Oak in the third placing. What a Hit, and they're followed by Kaleo.
St Jude, beautifully ridden by Brian York, beating the maiden Fire Oak with the favourite What a Hit third. Now the charge of Superimpose.
Good run, and Paul Landix down the outside, and Superimpose, anything can win this. Don't Play now taken on by Our Poverty Bay in the middle. Superimpose is down the outside, coming at Our Poverty Bay, but Superimpose has beaten Our Poverty Bay. I'd say Ricochet Rosie third, then Don't Play, and there follows...
What a win, and he's now taken his stakes over $2 million, beating Our Poverty Bay and Ricochet Rosie. A classic clash between two of the best colts in the land was the talking point at the Valley. Canny Lad and Bureaucracy turned it on, with Canny Lad getting there by a nose. That race in a moment. Firstly, earlier results, and Natchez went on from his early trialled form to take out the first 2-year-old race in Melbourne. Clowning was the first of the fillies to step out, and she scored very easily, never into top gear at all. Hassan won the staying race, ridden by Michael Clark at 5 to 1. The fourth was won by Natural Wonder. She's in incredible form. She's now won 6 of her last 7 starts. Darling won race 5 to make it 2 in a row, starting at 5 to 2, and she won pretty easily too. And now the Stud Stakes.
Extreme pressure. Bureaucracy turns in front. 3/4 to Canny Lad. Haul and Die in battle, and then 3 lengths to Raya. Bureaucracy a neck. Canny Lad's trying very hard. Bureaucracy still in front. Canny Lad is lifting the last little bit. Canny Lad, Bureaucracy, bobbing photo. I think Canny Lad knows Bureaucracy. 3 lengths away, third is Storaya.
Canny Lad got there by a short half head, running a very strong 1600. The 7th went to Western Frontier, who led all the way in a race where we had 4 equal favourites. And now the sprint race 8.
Good old Ted first into the straight now from Baluk, who's a length and a half away. Send a Sign called on, and then Physical Lad. It's in front though, good old Ted from Send a Sign. Then Physical Lad on the outside. Good old Ted in front of Send a Sign. Good old Ted by a head. Send a Sign lunges, and Send a Sign has got up to win from good old Ted. And third is Physical Lad on the outside, and then
Send a Sign finishing too well at 11 to 4 in favourite, beating good old Ted and Physical Lad. And the last, this was a big win by Shot of Comfort, overcame a lot lot of trouble to get there and beat highly geared by a short half head. Now the daily double today, 1 and 10, 5.55, extra 8 and 1, 24.45. Quadrello paid for 2, 1, 8 and 9, 126.35, and the quad extra 1, 8, 10, 1, $301 even. So some smallish dividends, but lots and lots of winners. Arthur?
Thanks, Greg. Good luck to Williamstown tomorrow, too.
Yes, thank you. We'll need it.